Christina here from the Pilates Barn. This is a beginner's class. It's very basic and it's for people who want to start doing Pilates or people who have returned from injury and they just want to do a really nice, soft start to going back into exercise. So we're going to go, all you need is a mat, and if you want to, I have a blanket there. It's to help assist us with some of the moves that can give you a little bit of a help, but a jumper, anything will do really. So I'm going to move on to my mat here, and we're going to lie down. So the first move, Joseph Pilates in his repertoire, in his traditional classical repertoire, is called the 100. It means that we inhale and exhale 10 times. You really want to inhale deep and full breaths and exhale completely emptying the lungs. When we do the breathing in Pilates, it's for a reason. It's to assist us to do the moves as good as possible and really accommodate us in that sense. What we do is we inhale through our nose, a big inhale, really filling the lungs, filling it up as big as you can, feeling your diaphragm. And we want to try to relax our shoulders down, not let your belly expand. So I'm not forcing it down, but I simply won't let it expand. And then where will the air will go more towards my back and widen my rib cage. As I exhale, I open my mouth, more of a sigh, and then you really want to push the air out from the whole way out, coming out and really assisting you getting that bit of extra muscle. This makes more sense as we move along, but it's a good thing to understand this. Practice this when you're not doing any exercise at all. You will inhale, and as you exhale, and as you exhale, you're kind of contracting those muscles as you're pushing the air out, you're drawing the belly button in towards the spine. This supports your pelvis, keeping it stable, and if the pelvis is stable and supported, so is your spine. So it's very important that we get this breath in control. A lot of people have lower back problems when exercising, when they're putting pressure on there, they're feeling pain in their lower back. And the main reason for that is that their core is disengaged, their rib cage might be a little bit lifted, and as they do, they're arching in their back, compressing vertebrae, pinching them together, and that's what's causing pain. So it's super important to know where pelvis is, that you can find neutral, and the best way to do that is probably to go into the two extremes when you're on your own and nobody can be there to assist you. When you can go in between the two extremes of pelvis, you will find that in between that is neutral. So it's tricky when you're starting this on your own. Ideally, you would like to do this with a Pilates teacher who can help you and make sure you're starting off in the right way. But most of you probably have done a little bit of Pilates doing this. I know I have a couple of older clients, and this is mainly for that everybody can do something, as many of my videos are a little more advanced and I want to put something out there to make it more accessible for everybody. So we're going to come down to our mats, and from here straight away I'm going to find a neutral. So I'm lying down, you can see here my hand goes in and under, so I'm arching at that time, and then if I come pressing down, I have imprinted my spine and I'm nearly tucked a little bit. So in between those two is my neutral. From here I will bring my feet right underneath my knees, and they're parallel. So I'm not wider with my feet and coming in, or I'm not further out. They line up nice and evenly. From there, I will just take a big inhale, chin is into my chest, and as I take an inhale to prepare, I exhale, I bring my chin towards my throat, and then I'm curling up. I'm drawing my ribcage towards my pubic bone, and my head and shoulders lift. So action, I'm reaching down here, reaction, my head and shoulders lift. I'm reaching my fingers along here, beside my body, and from here I'm going to start to pump them. So I inhale for 5 counts, and exhale for 5 count. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If we want to go a little more, you can bring your legs here. You want to have your knees over your hips. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let's do 2 more. Reaching through my fingertips, reaching through my toes. Chin is into my chest. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hug the knees into the chest. Look left and right. Just really releasing through the neck. Let your chin touch your shoulder if you can, without lifting your shoulder. So we're just relaxing down. Nice and gentle. Lovely. From here we're going to do the roll up. The roll up is the second move in the Pilates classical repertoire, and we're going to articulate the spine up 1 vertebra at a time as we roll off the floor. And this can be a hard move to master initially, and if one needs, they can then put a towel or a blanket or a jumper underneath their lower back. Just gives you a little more assistance while rolling up to push into the mat. Okay, many of the moves in Pilates, which I sometimes give as a reference point, is that a lot of people say, no, I can't do that because I'm not strong enough. It's not necessarily that you're not strong enough that is the problem. When we do Pilates, we often take away momentum and we're isolating a muscle. And by doing that, we need to relax a muscle, the other muscles, because your brain will do whatever it takes to help you to do the move. And what happens then is that it becomes a little bit of it's a difficult thing to do sometimes, to relax a muscle that wants to be engaged. And I often refer to it as we can all lift 2 eyebrows, but we can't all lift 1. And it's not because we don't have the muscle to lift 1, but it's because we can't relax the other one. I hope that makes sense. So how I'm going to demonstrate this is that when we're lying down here, we're going to have our feet flexed on the floor, head is down, and I'm bringing my pelvis into neutral. So I'm reaching through my heels, my legs are pressing down, my rib cage is down, my chin is into my chest, and I'm lifting my arms over. I want to make sure that as I reach my arms over, my rib cage don't lift up like that. You see how I lifted off this here through my middle back. This must be pressing down and making sure that I stay flat here. So when one lifts the arm overhead, they need to bear in mind that you only go as far back as you can maintain that your powerhouse, your packet here, your trunk, stays down. So that depends on how good shoulder mobility we have and what time of the day it is, because often through the day we start to loosen up. In the morning you might be a little more tighter, the muscles are a little more rigid. So from here I lift my arms up and over, I take a big inhale. As I exhale, I bring my chin into my chest and I'm peeling off the floor, rounding 1 vertebra at a time, and I'm reaching forward. Biceps are on either side of my ears. My feet stay flexed and I'm reaching. I inhale sitting up tall, feeling my sit bones down in the floor, lifting through the crown of my head. I'm reaching through my fingertips and my heels, and I exhale and I start to roll down 1 vertebra at a time, nice and gentle, all the way down, and lifting my hands up and over, squeezing all that air out. Then I inhale. This time we can inhale and roll back up, rounding forward, reaching up and over, and really feel the openness of my spine. And I inhale as I sit up tall, and exhale as I start to articulate the spine down one vertebra at a time, reaching down. I'm going to demonstrate what happens if you accidentally flex your muscles in your abs rather than scooping by drawing in, as I was saying earlier. Then you will have this scenario. Because when we flex the abs, we're locking the spine. So it's super important that we learn how to scoop. Same when you come down, if you're flexing, you're going to get a little seesaw motion and you're not going to be able to articulate. And we want to keep the spine immobile as we do the moves in Pilates. So if you have difficulty rolling up there, alternatively you can place a blanket behind your back. You're lifting up tall. As you exhale, you're rolling down here and you're going to reach back. Again, we inhale, come up, rounding and pushing in, lifting up and over and extending long. Exhale completely and then inhale, we're sitting up tall and exhale as we're rolling back down, nice and controlled. So you want to be able to do this maybe 4 to 6 times. We inhale as we roll up. Rounding forward, exhale and push out all the air. Inhale, you're sitting up nice and tall, and exhale. We're going to go 2 now, where we inhale and exhale as we come up. So we inhale, come up, round forward, hold your breath a little bit, sitting up tall, and this time exhale as you're coming down. Nice. And we inhale, come up, rounding forward, sitting up tall, and we exhale as we roll back down, reaching the arms over. If you're not able to come up, even with the blankets, that's okay. You're going to then roll onto your side and just push the floor away, lift yourself up to seated, and then coming back this way and trying to slowly rolling down, nice and controlled, all the way down. Okay, so you can come to the side, push yourself up, and then coming back up. What you don't want to do is to try to create the momentum and hoist yourself forward and use that as a thing to come up, because if you do that, you're more than likely not articulating and you've lost the purpose of the exercise. So bearing in mind, Pilates is not about how many times you can do it, how fast you can do it. It's about how well you can do it, and to really put in the effort into that, feeling your body. Can you keep your legs down? Can you rounding all the way up? Can you articulate and come down slowly? So from there, we're going to do leg circles. We're going to coming down on the floor again. You're going to hug your knees into your one knee into the chest. Press your left leg down, point the toe, and we're lifting all the way up here. So this can be tricky. Not everybody's going to be able to do this. You can then bend your knee, and from here you're going to turn the leg out. Hands are down, so really feel your breath here. You can hold your fingertips on your abdominals. And we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Making sure your hips don't move. So we're reaching, and back center. Reaching and back center. We're going to go large for 3. We inhale, come down, exhale, up and reach. So nothing is changing in my spine. Exhale and up. My lower back is in the floor. Inhale, I come down. And exhale, I come back up. Lowering that leg down. We're lifting the other leg up. Turn the leg out. So I'm pointing my toe out. Slight direction there. And again, I'm going to circle out. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing evenly. Look up at your foot and really follow your foot. You're having a long spine. Exhale. And exhale. Going to go large. We inhale, coming down. Reach and lengthen through the toe. And exhale, up and stop. Inhale, coming down. and exhale. So your spine stays down. Your hips don't wobble here. You're only making this circle as large as you can. Back, center. Going to come back to the leg we started on and reverse the direction. So we're going to the inside now and exhale as you come up. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more time. Exhale. We're going to go large, but be mindful that the hips stay dead still. And as we exhale, we're lifting up here. Little heavier for your core, so you be mindful that you don't tilt. Hold your hands even on your hips, making sure everything stays still here. Powerhouse, don't move. Inhale, we come down, and exhale, we come back up. Lower the leg down. We lift them back up to the first one. We inhale, come across, and exhale, back up. Controlling the move, feeling that that everything is happening here. Follow your breath, flow, the rhythm of your breath is deciding your leg. Inhaling fully and exhaling fully. And we go large. Inhale, we come down. Exhale, we go back up, engaging through the powerhouse. Inhale, we come down. Exhale up. 1 more time. Inhale, we come down. And exhale, we come back up, lowering that leg back down. We're going to hug the knees into our chest. Create a little momentum. Rock yourself up to seated. The next move we're going to do is called the rolling like a ball. It's a lot to do with the balance, a lot to teaching us to scoop. So you're going to hug your knees into your chest. You can hold on the outside, or if that doesn't feel good, you can hold underneath your knees. You're really rounding through the spine. So we want to create a roundness here. Really opening up and reaching. Chin is into my chest. You're balancing here. Your feet shall not touch the floor. I'm going to roll back on an inhale, and I'm going to come to my shoulders. I'm not touching my head into the floor. I'm not using any momentum. I inhale as I come back. Exhale up and scoop. Drawing that belly button. Inhale, I come down. Exhale, I come up and scooping. 4 more. Inhale. This is a great massage for your spine. Inhale down. Exhale, up and balance. Inhale down. Exhale and balance. 2 more. And exhale, balance. Last one. Inhale down. And exhale, balance. From here, we're going to extend the left leg. Right hand is on my right knee. Left hand comes to my right ankle, and I'm lowering myself down. I'm staying up in this little crunchy position, drawing my rib cage to my pubic bone, my shoulders off the floor, and I'm reaching through that long leg. We pull in, 2 inhales, exhale, I kick out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, kick and pull strong. Nice, we do 3 more. Last one. And we're going to do double leg. We inhale, exhale, I'm reaching my arms over and extending the legs. Lower back is imprinted in the floor. Inhale, exhale, I reach. Inhale and come and hug. Exhale, I reach. Inhale and hug. Looking down at my belly button, making sure my lower back is in that floor. Think that you're having a piece of paper under your lower back, and that needs to be kept there. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Lower yourself down, having a little look left and right. Relaxing. Nice. We're going to come up from here. We are going to do a little spine stretch. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. You can move a little bit of your tissue at your butt. and anchor those sit bones down. You're flexing the feet and straightening those legs. You want to sit up as tall as you can here. Try not to be leaning back. You're sitting up nice and tall. Arms are going to be reaching forward and they're just parallel to the floor. And we're going to take a big inhale. Feel how your rib cage is really widening in that breath. And as you exhale, I want you to reach backwards but still come forward with the face. Inhale, we're lifting up nice and tall. Exhale and rounding. Inhale, we're lifting up nice and tall. Exhale, we're rounding. 2 more here. We inhale, lifting nice and tall. And exhale, we're rounding. 1 more. Inhale, we're lifting nice and tall. And exhale, we're rounding. Inhale, we're sitting up tall this time. We're going to open for a saw. Hands open up wide. Feet open as wide as my mat. I exhale and twist. Hands are the same height. My back hand turns, thumbs down. Front hand turns up and I push forward. Once, twice. Inhale, I sit up tall. Exhale. So I'm reaching back, but I'm pushing forward. Reaching through my heels and getting a stretch. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, push forward. Inhale, lift. And exhale, push. Inhale, we lift up tall. Exhale, push. 1 more. And exhale. And we come back center, holding it here. So I'm just going to face you to get a better view. Going to reach long here. Feet are pressing together. Reaching nice and long. Palms are turned up to rotate my shoulder blades nicely. And I'm going to do a little circle here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We reverse. We go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. I'm going to push back for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze those legs together. Squeeze the feet together. Sitting up nice and tall, not leaning back. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. We bend the elbows. Bringing the elbows together. And I want you to really squeeze your elbows together. So don't let the elbows open. We're squeezing the elbows together. And from here we're going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing the arms. Little burn, working those stabilizing muscles in our shoulders. Going to lie down on our side with straight legs today. So going to lie down on my arm to just keep nice and straight. Trying to keep my spine straight so I'm not sinking in here, pulling this hip up. I'm reaching down from that top hip, keeping this little gap. Not everybody will have a gap there, but ideally you want to make sure that your spine stays straight. My feet are stacked, so they're both the same length. This hand can be here on their side, or if you find you have difficulty with balance, you place it down on the floor. But ideally, you would like to try to get your breathing to help to center you, which is the principles of Pilates, and really making that part of the balance. You're engaging through your powerhouse. So from here, I'm going to lift my top leg up, point a toe, and rotate it slightly out. From here, I'm going to circle the leg forward, reaching all the time through my toe. I'm not letting myself dip down here. So I'm reaching. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Exhale. And we reverse, going the other way for 5. Breathing deep, full breaths. And 4. And 3. Nice. 2. Last one. We're staying here. Going to pull that leg slightly further back, and we're going to pulse up for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to cycle forward, reaching for 5, and 4, and 3, 2. Last one. We reverse. We go back for 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, lovely, 2 more, engaging through that core, and the last one, very nice, keep it center, and we do little pulses here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower the leg down, feel a little activation there. I'm going to turn around and go on the other side. All the way down, relaxing, making sure I'm not dipped in, I'm lengthening. I have a long straight spine. My feet are stacked, reaching down through the top hip, lifting the leg up, point the toe, rotate out, and we're going to circling forward. Bear in mind you can hold here if you need to, but ideally you would like to come to the stage where you can relax away, holding away, and just really breathing through it. Feel it's precise and it's following the breath. We reverse, other way for 5 and 4, 3, 2, lovely, last one. From here we keep the leg back, I think we did, and we pulse up for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1, and we're cycling forward for 5 and 4 and 3, reaching 2, keeping everything else still, 1, we reverse, going the other way, extend and reaching, extend and reaching, 3 more, relax everything else, exhale and breathe, deep breath, last one, we hold it here and we're pulsing for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, lovely. From there we're going to come on to our front, going to do a little swimmers here. So we just want to do our legs, hands are down underneath my forehead, and from there really lengthen through your tailbone. So you want to push your hip bone and pubic bone into the floor, your hands are down, and we're going to take an inhale to prepare, push your pubic bone in, exhale and lift your belly button up, lift your legs off the floor a little bit, and we're going to paddle. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, one more, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, lower the legs, bend the knees and just let them tap either side of the floor, releasing your spine, exhaling, inhaling, nice and controlled, lovely. From here we're going to do a little push-ups to finish. So I want you to put your knees underneath your hips, hands are wide, same wide as the mat, and your hands are underneath, in line with your shoulders. You want to get your face to touch the floor in front of you, your hands. So we inhale, come down, exhale, we push away. Inhale, we come down, exhale, we push away. Inhale and exhale. And exhale, making sure you have a flat back, we're not arching at all. Exhale, 3 more, exhale, 2 more, exhale, last one, and exhale. Lovely. Come down and sit with your butt on your floor, and we're going to lower our body down in a child pose, stretching out at the back. Big inhale. And exhale, bringing your hand to either side, letting your forearms and forehead and elbows resting on the floor, taking a big inhale. And we exhale as we connect. One more. And exhale. Lovely. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a very basic class. but it keeps you all the same moving, articulating your spine, and just getting that little bit of a workout in. So like I say often, 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. So take it easy, build up, and just perfect your moves. There's no rush, and you should really just have a good time and enjoy yourself. Doing a good job.
See you soon.